Retribution. As the phony Archie and Lili begin to surface, helpless Harry sends out a distress call. News organizations are receiving more and more stories concerning Harry, who appears to be reaching his breaking point. It appears that he is no longer making an effort to maintain the facade. What others are saying about him behind his back does not seem to bother him. He frequently exhibits gloom and a bad attitude. How dare Karma slap me in the face? I am a son of the king. Prince Harry lives in a £12 million home in Montecito with his controller, wife and their 2 children. Harry apparently has a room reserved for him at a chain, but too many people are aware of this. Harry stays at the hotel on occasions. Who knows if he is alone? However, his wife is never present. We can be certain that she is not staying home to watch the children. The celebrity publications are aware of her strategy. Without Harry, she is out partying. If she is up to her old shenanigans, of course, Harry must be wondering. Of course she is. Regarding Archie and Lilibet, what happened to the devoted father who, according to what we were told, had to fly back from London in a hurry because his son's birthday meant so much to him? Unless, of course, there are no children in his marriage, as more and more people assume. Why is Harry willing to distance himself from his own children? Would Harry, a devoted and caring father, abandon his children for days on end and check into San Vicente bungalows, an exclusive members club in Los Angeles, close to where he goes to Barry's boot camp for a workout class? It is surprising that divorce settlements are reportedly proving to be a headache. How will our king reveal the whereabouts of the invisible children to the general public? But rest assured that Charles and his advisers will concoct a shoddy narrative that they believe will mislead the general public. Harry is in a precarious situation. He is in dire straits. He became a laughingstock around the world after his recent court appearance in London. He and the actress are cohabiting, only getting together for awkwardly contrived photo shoots to keep the much-needed money pouring in. Everyone can see that Markle is publicly separating herself from her embarrassing husband. Whoever finds out that Harry is spending more and more time away from home, Harry does not care. It is a well-kept secret. Is this time also spent away from his children? What youngsters? Never forget that it was Meghan Markle who declared, "I want to break the internet." She desires daily news coverage, and she doesn't care whether it is good or terrible news as long as she is mentioned. If there are children in the marriage, a very big if, she would be photographed every day taking care of them, clothing them, reading them stories, and otherwise demonstrating what a good mother she is. She would publish books on raising children and teach them how to speak 3 languages fluently by the time they are 4 years old. We would be given information on where to purchase her children's clothing, with a proportion of the proceeds naturally going to her charity. For a little monthly price, of course, we could watch recordings of her children waving at the camera. The kid fest would not stop. But what do we know about her? Nothing. Everybody knows that Meghan Markle is the biggest lie ever, so if they are parting ways, it is about time too. No marriage can be built on deceit and lies. Meghan wanted fame, which she got, and now she has no use for Harry. Meghan has spent her entire life utilizing powerful white guys. When they are no longer able to benefit her, she discards them and moves on to the next victim. Her manipulations were only exposed by the Getty family, who prevented a relative of theirs from being her next victim. Karma has arrived for Meghan precisely because she mistreated so many people. However, the worst thing she did was to toss out her father, who gave her everything, according to her own comments before meeting Harry. Before she decided that he was too embarrassing for her, Thomas Markle was an angel to Meghan, and the father so many wished they had had. Meghan didn't even want her father to attend her wedding, but she found a justification when he made a mistake. As a result, everything that could go wrong for her did, and karma will prove to Meghan why many people think that karma is a bitch. I am sure no one in the royal family will forgive Harry for betraying his grandmother and grandfather when they were both near death. This is karma. She is coming to get them for all that they have done. As for her, he may have fallen in love with her, or was it lust? But now that the sparkle has faded from his eyes, he can only see how much trouble he is in and how much he is hated. Meg now appears to view Harry as a liability. She seems to believe that he is preventing her from achieving her objectives. Harry was amongst the few, in my opinion, who truly trusted her falsehoods. He gulped down their entire offering. Even though many people who loved him sincerely warned him, he allowed himself to be manipulated, led along, and spent much of his inheritance. Call me insane, but I no longer give a damn about the secret children. All of us have seen the evidence that Meg did not carry Archie by herself. She reportedly underwent a hysterectomy earlier in her life, making it impossible for her to carry a child. She has been out in the open for years with her hidden secret. I also do not care how the royal family choose to take responsibility for the harm that Harry's wife has caused to both of them and several other people too. Because they generally were unaware of what was happening, I think the family fell for her falsehoods of being pregnant. Everything else was a distraction from Meg's demanding and unworthy behavior. They decided to keep it secret because by the time she appeared to be pregnant, it was already too late for them. While we were all puzzled as to why she kept gripping her stomach, we can now see why she had to. While that's unfortunate, how many other parents have kept their children's faults a secret? The family didn't understand the extent of the deception and cruelty this individual would exhibit, and they didn't think Harry would end up destroying himself in the process. I do hope that the king can soon overcome his sympathy for his son and take the necessary action to best serve the interests of his subjects. They have to be put first. Early on in my lengthy life, I understood the need of respecting individuals with royal titles and the prohibition of abusing or exploiting them for financial advantage. While used for altruistic purposes, the titles may open doors. That is all. The people of Sussex have frequently demanded that the title be taken away from those who are misusing it due to the abuse given to the Sussex title from the beginning. They have received a denial of that. The Windsor title was permanently discontinued after Edward abdicated his throne and then died. Will the Sussex title now suffer as a result? What a shame it is for people who have done nothing wrong, yet must pay for the actions of others. By forbidding his son from attending the most recent royal event, King Charles III has finally made a first move, and it is now up to him to keep closing the gap. Harry is free to decide whether or not to go back to his royal family and his country. Nevertheless, that is his choice. The choice was likewise made when the new king came to the throne. Now is the moment to make solid judgments and to keep in mind his duty to his country. While the United Kingdom and its royal family struggle to deal with this issue, I still love and respect them. I also made the decision to try and refrain from praising Harry for picking this miserable excuse for a human as his wife. He is free to live his life as he pleases, obliviously miserable, contentedly lost in his drug-induced world. And you too? What do you think will happen to Harry and Meghan? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you feel so inclined, please remember to like and share my video with your family and friends who are in need for it right now. For further updates in the future,